Let me be right by your side, cause I know that this is right. Don't be shy, just get to know me. We can take this somewhere else. You and me can find ourselves. Stop pretending we are lonely. I can't call your bluff, 'cause I know that
Hello, my name is Katie, and I'm the Graceful Athlete. For today's workout, I will be guiding you through a routine that is focused solely on strengthening and enhancing your entire upper body. That's your chest, back, arms, shoulders, and core. Now, before we jump into it, please let me remind you why it is so important to strengthen this area of the body. By improving the muscular endurance and strength of the front, back, and sides of the upper body, essentially you're elevating your quality of life. By practicing these simple yet effective exercises 3 to 4 times per week, one will experience less aches and pains in the neck, middle back, and shoulders. Now, doesn't that sound good to you? With a stronger core, you're more inclined to practice good posture, feel more confident doing it, and in turn build more stamina. Did you know that having a strengthened core can actually protect your spinal column and your spinal cord? Having a developed upper torso not only makes it easier for you to accomplish your everyday tasks, but it makes you less likely to get injured, so you can keep on your fitness goals. In dance, posture is a big part of technique, and one I am excited and happy to share with you. Upper body for women, I know, is not a particularly easy area to strengthen. But with time, discipline, and practice, I have zero doubt that you will not only be feeling the physical, but the emotional, mental benefits soon as well. For today's workout, what you will need is a mat, a pair of gliding discs or a hand towel, and a set of light hand weights between 1 to 5 pounds, depending on your level of experience and ability. Now, let's get started.
I'm out of reasons, I'm out of rhyme, but I'll only tell you that I'm out of time. I'm sick of love songs, I'm tired of this, and I wanna tell you straight just like it is. You're watching me like you want me, but you're still holding back, still holding back. Honestly,
Start with a deep inhale through the nose and exhale out. Relax the shoulders, inhale and exhale.
Show me your love, leave me breathless, breathless.
Sit back to child's pose. Slide one arm under, inhale and exhale. Stretching the side of your shoulder and arm.
I'm out of patience.
Come back to center.
But I guess I'm waiting around for
Relax
something
your shoulders.
real. I'm going crazy.
And take the other arm under.
Cause I want you to show me what you feel. You're watching me like you want me, but you're still holding back.
Slowly come up.
Honestly,
Take your hands behind your back. Clasp the palms of your hands together. And exhale as you straighten and extend
open
the
my
spine.
heart like you're fearless. Steal all the gold you
Inhale.
can get, you can get. Show me your love, leave me
And
breathless,
exhale, open.
breathless.
Pressing and pulling your shoulders down, away from your ears, and slightly back. Rotate the shoulders forward, rounding the shoulders, and crossing the
like it
arms.
is. And open my heart like you're fearless. Steal all the
Give yourself a
gold
hug.
you can get, you can get. Show me your love,
And exhale
leave
and
me breathless,
squeeze.
breathless.
First exercise, push-up. We're going to start with a beginner format. You're going to start with one set 5 times. You want to make it intermediate, I would suggest 10 to 15 times. Advanced, 15 to 20. I'm going to start with a simple push-up, standard width apart, bar technique. You're going to be on your knees, feet uncrossed, knees underneath, straight through those hips, shoulders and hands line up. Your hand should just about touch the edge of the mat, depending on the width of your shoulders. And you're going to squeeze your seat and pull your bottom in to keep your body in a neutral spine. Keep your ear over your shoulder and your shoulder over hip, and your hip in line with your knee. You're going to bend your elbow, lower your chest as close to the ground as you can, and then come up. And we're going to just do that, where I said 5 times, beginner level. So this is 2, 1 more. Now we're going to take our hands out, away from the mat, a wide set push-up. Keep your knees and your hips and your ankles in the same position. Keep squeezing that bottom. The only thing that's changed is the position of your hands. Make sure that your thumbs are parallel, elbows bend, lower, and exhale out. 3 more. Keep breathing. Keep squeezing your seat. And hold here. Now, move your hands in toward the middle of the body, toward the center. Your hands are going to be literally right underneath your shoulder. So not standard. Standard's a little bit wider. Narrow tricep push-ups. So you're going to keep your weight in the palms of your hands. Thumbs parallel with each other. Squeeze your bottom. Keep your ankles apart. Knees are hip width apart. Your elbows are going to bend, scraping the sides of your ribs and pressing up. Down and up. Good. I can feel my hands slipping just a little bit, so I'm going to adjust and come up. You should not feel any pain in the neck, wrists. If you are feeling some pain in the wrists, maybe don't go down as far. Keep it a little bit higher. I think 1 more. I lost count when I was talking. And 5. Good. Now, come back down into a child's pose and rest. Again, that would be a level beginner. I would say 10 to 15 for intermediate, 15 to 20 for advanced. Due to the fact that this is mainly instructional, make it work for you. Lying down on your side, bend your knees, lie down on your mat, give your body a hug with your bottom arm, your top hand then placed right in front. Keep your ear in line with your shoulder. So how do you do that? You're going to pull your belly button in, squeeze your bottom so you maintain that alignment, and you're going to push off the mat and come straight up to the ceiling. Push up, and then you go down. Right away, you should feel it on the back and the side of your arm. That's 2, 3, and 4, and 1 more. And come down. Now, before we switch to the other arm, other side of the body, let's do a side plank while we're here. We're going to warm up the sides of the body. So you're going to line up the shoulder to the elbow. This is called a side plank. Option 1 for beginner, bend your knees. You're going to lift those hips up and just hold it here. Good. Just opening the chest, pulling the belly in, and squeezing your bottom. This is literally all I want you to do. I want you to check in with your body. Make sure that you're not experiencing any pain in your shoulder and your elbow, and you're just lifted. This is it. This is the work right here. Tightening the core. And then you can pulse, lift, up, squeeze, Squeezing with the bottom, with your seat and your abdominals. Up, up. Now, if you're advanced, intermediate, you're gonna come down and you're gonna adjust this to make this a little bit harder for yourself by straightening the legs and stacking the feet. Same alignment, upper body, just straighten the legs and hold it first for 10 seconds. Practice by breathing and just holding. Make sure you can hold it for 10 seconds before you move on to any pulsing. 4, 3, 2, now try that pulsing. Lift, up. Keep lifting out that shoulder and rest. Other side. Come down. So this is that side arm push-up. You're gonna roll down, hug the torso, take your top hand, relax that neck and shoulder, keep everything tight in alignment by pulling your navel in to your abdominal wall, squeezing your bottom. Keep those knees in line with the elbows, the upper body. Don't bring those knees up here, keep them down. And you're just gonna push up and lower down. Glue your feet to the mat. It's not gonna do you any good for your arms if you lift your feet up. So keep those feet grounded. Up, down. Ooh, I felt that on the way coming down. Okay, let's just do one more. Exhale, on the work. Okay, good work. Now, while we're here, set up. Now bring your knees, make sure they're still in line with the elbow. Long, tall body. This is a beginner or just starter option. I don't want you to think of things as beginner. Think of it as your starting option, okay? So find your neck and spine in one straight line first by pulling in that neutral, by pulling in your belly, and then you lift up. And once you can hold this very easily for 10 seconds. Okay, so just holding, lifting. So this would be rounding. Keep it lifted and open, heart open. And then you could take it to a pulse, lift, up. It doesn't have to be very high. In fact, less is more. You don't want very much momentum going into this. Good, and come down, rest. Intermediate, advanced, option. Think of these as options. Make it work for you. If you don't want to do the advanced option, you can continue doing the starter option. Feet together, stacked. You're gonna come up and just hold it. Lifting those hips. Keep yourself in a straight line. You got it. Now I feel that my elbow's a little popping out, so I'm gonna just adjust. It might take a little bit of practice to find where your center is, and that's okay. Practice takes time to get that. I'm shaking. And lift up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice. Those side legs, they work. All right. Take a moment to stretch the shoulders. You can do this from a seated position. Stretch the side, and the other side. And then you're gonna round the shoulders to the front, rounding around. And then the other side, up and over. Good, giving yourself a hug. And then a reverse hug, just like you did in the beginning. Shoulders down and away from those ears. Chest lifted. Squeeze your shoulder blades in. Chest lifted. And relax. Good. Now from here, you're gonna need your gliding discs. So go ahead and grab those right now. Now my gliding discs do not work very well with my mat, as I found when I was practicing this. So but they work great with my carpet. Make sure that you test your equipment and make sure everything works for you first. And you're going to take your discs and you're going to come into a push-up position. And we're going to use the bar technique, so our feet are going to be apart. Your knees are in the same width of your hips. Hips and knees and ankles aligned. Keep your neck and spine long, ear over shoulder, shoulder over hip. So many rules, I know, so many rules. Good, so squeeze your bottom. Can you see the difference, but I'm not squeezing? And then squeezing. There is a little difference there. Scooped in that belly, squeezing in the bottom. There is a difference. Then you're going to take one arm forward and then come back. Then do it to the other side. One arm forward and bring it back. Repeat. Forward and up. Forward, up. Make sure you breathe on the work. You're inhaling and exhaling. Good. And we're going to stop there. I want you to be able to do as many as you can though, but this is more for informational use. If you can do 10, that would be fantastic. I'm going to move on to the next pattern. You're going to step out with that arm and come down with the chest and come back to center. Open, keep squeezing that bottom, down, up, and in. It is my goal for you to just do these a few times a week, and you're just going to memorize it. Just because you're doing it so often, you're just going to remember what needs to get done. But I would like you to not just memorize the movement, but really look at the technique, look at yourself in the mirror, listen to what my commands are, keeping your ear over shoulder, shoulder over hip, hips over knees. Those are the things that are really going to take you the distance. Down and then up. I don't even see it, I'm already shaking. So there's something to be said for going nice and slow and not speeding these positions up. Take a rest if you wish, but child's pose. And just bring the body back down to neutral. Great. Once you come out of that rest, you're going to get back onto those discs, but this time you're going to get into a low plank. So you're going to get onto your elbows. Okay, you're going to make sure your elbows are your shoulders. You're going to squeeze your bottom. And the last thing you want is your hips to fall forward or to stick straight up. So by pulling your abdominals in, you're going to really attack the hips and the core and the shoulders. So holding it steady here. Just hold. Breathe. Nice. Now option one is to simply just stay on the knees, okay? Staying here. Option two is come up onto the balls of the feet, taking one hand, and you're going to circle around with one gliding disc. Keep your hips parallel to the floor. That was 5. And reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come back in. And then you're going to establish your center if you need to. Come back, take a break. Inhale. And up. Other side. Circle. 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse. 2, and 1, and rest. Wow. Yep, those work. The challenge is to keep your hips parallel to the ground so one side doesn't come up or tilt. And it is difficult to sustain that. So maybe just start with one circle and build up to 5, or depending on your stability, maybe you can start with 5 and build up to 10 or 15, okay? So this is really for you to take what you can and use it. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the lower body with the discs. I'm gonna just move my mat out of the way. It's not doing anything right now. So I'm gonna give you some choices first, options. For beginners, just start here in a 4-leg position, neutral spine, just holding this. Make sure that your thumbs are parallel with each other and that you're gripping that carpet or floor with your fingers, and you can feel the bottom of your hands right here, okay? And the second thing is you want to engage the core, scooping that belly button in. Let me show you how to do it wrong. See that? Curve back. That's not what you want. You want to bring that belly button in and align the back and the spine. So all one piece, okay? And what that does is it takes the pressure off your shoulders, your elbows, and your wrists, okay? So practice holding this first in neutral spine. Then you're gonna carefully try, maybe take option 2 for a beginner or starter is by bringing one leg up to the side and then bringing it back down to neutral here. So up and then down. Every time you bring this knee, engage the core, bringing the belly button in and then down. It looks quite simple, but if you are really pulling your navel in, you feel this rotation in your oblique working and firing up. Try it for the other side. Up and down. Again, I want you to think of this as a warm-up or starting position. So you can start to feel the muscles that you are going to be working in a moment here, okay? This is also a beginner's option. You are new to bar and holding, practicing stability. I would stay at that starter option. Now, for intermediate advanced, you're going to lift your knees off the floor and hold the 4 position. Navel in, then taking one leg up, bringing it down. Switch. So you're going to do one on each side. Just hover the knees over the carpet or the mat. Don't actually tap the knees. Don't bring the knees to the floor if you can help it for the intermediate advanced. Beginners, keep your knees on the mat. Up and down. Up each time, come back to neutral, squeeze your bottom. Up, down. Last time, up, down, and rest. Good. Make a nice long stretch. Maybe a stretch for those wrists, gently back. Good. Now, for the back of the arm, you're going to move your gliding discs out of the way. You're going to sit down onto your bottom. And we're going to be doing some, they call it reverse push-ups, okay? And we're going to practice doing this by keeping our arms behind our body. So you're going to line those hands pretty close to under the shoulder, okay? You're lifting the chest. Your fingertips are turned in to face your fingernails facing your seat. Your knees are bent, feet flat onto that ground, okay? This is the beginning option is to just leave your seat on the floor, and you're gonna keep your ears over shoulder and just press up. Try not to fully extend the elbow. Keep a slight bend. Look, my thumbs are parallel, and I can feel most of the weight onto the back of my palms, and I can feel my fingers pressing through that floor. Good. So we're just gonna take little pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep your ear over shoulder, pressing through. So feel the back of those arms, elbows pulled back, and rest. Option 2, lift your seat up just a few inches. Now, it's not going to be a bridge. If you're familiar with the gymnastics bridge, it's not going to be that. We're going to keep our rear a little lower, kind of dipping, and we're just going to slightly bend the elbow right here, keeping the ear over the shoulder. Let me show you how to do it wrong. Okay, keep your hips stable and your ear right over your shoulder like so. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Shouldn't take too long for you to start to feel those at the back of the arm here. And if your wrists are bothering you, just keep your seat on the floor until you start to build up the stamina in the joints and the flexibility in those joints. Go ahead and give a roll and a stretch for those. And don't try to come up so high either. That would be my thing if you have sensitive wrists. Don't try to lift the body so terribly high. Now the last section, you're gonna need your hand weights. So let's go ahead and grab those. Depending on your level of experience and ability, between 1 to 5 pounds. You're gonna bend your elbows, keeping your palms parallel to each other, shoulder blades down, shoulders down, shoulder blades pull back, chest lifted, and bend and straighten the arms up and down. And breathe, up and down, toes facing forward, same direction as the hips, up. And then hold it, extend the arms. Don't bring the arms any higher than the shoulders. Pulling the belly button into that abdominal wall, squeeze your seat. Hold it here. Now, softly bend and extend. In and out. You're gonna be feeling some pulling and in the lower back. So if your weights are really, really heavy, maybe keep your elbows down here until you're ready to get those arms up and your back gets stronger. So less weight is best when you're first starting out as you're developing the muscles in your back. In, shoulders down away from those ears. And then you're gonna hold it here. Arms up, vertical position. You're just gonna keep your palms facing in toward each other, almost like you're making a box with your shoulders. Pressing up, and you should feel this on the top of your arm and the top of your biceps. It should happen pretty quick. Up, navel pulled in, seat squeezed. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you're just gonna hold it. Holding it here, shoulders down, lifted chest, engaged core. 4, 3, 2, 1, and carefully bring it down. From here, you're gonna have your palms facing you, so you can see the back side of my hand. If I was wearing a watch or a ring, you would be able to see it. Then you're gonna extend out toward the pinkies, and then bend the elbows in and out. I'm not going terribly high. This is more of a beginner's approach, standing nice and tall and upright. Starter. I'm not going to say beginner, I'm just going to say starter. If you want to make it more challenging, take one foot in front and hinge at your hips, leaning from your hips to your shoulders forward. This will make it more challenging for the back of your arm. So if you need more resistance, this is what you're going to do. Hinging your body, using gravity as your resistance. 4, 3, 2, 1, and bending in. Now take those elbows back. This is going to be your last one. Some more triceps. You're going to bring the elbows back behind your body and extend. Bending, extending. More starter position. It's a little bit taller here. More advanced. Hinging forward and out. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Now, carefully put those weights down. So, I hope you got a lot of options out of those exercises. I wanted to make it very universal for all different ages and backgrounds. So if you need to make it harder, I want you to add those reps. But really focus on your technique first, then add the reps. and take it one day at a time. If you're brand new to barre or you're brand new to fitness and you're just coming back from something, take it one day at a time. Take breaks, pause this video if you need to, but I will be your cheerleader. Keep going on and working hard, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you guys.